never works out. This call always makes it worse. This call takes me further and further away from the place I want to be, which is a place that is dignified and cool. No, I said, I don't want to make this call, thanks. And I hung up and passed out fully clothed, the last shreds of my dignity still intact. The next day, hungover and sad, I remembered the voice on the other end of the line. The voice that had said, "Are you sure you want to make this call?" I thought, wouldn't it be great if you had that voice in your head all the time? Your own personal breakup buddy. Someone there to make sure you don't make the bad phone call, the ill-advised drive-by, the decision to dress up in their clothes and pretend that you're them as a way of getting inside their thoughts. That's why we've come up with this audiobook. This audiobook is that voice. We are the friends who care enough about you to make sure that you do this thing right. Breakups hurt like a mother, but they are not the end of the world. The pain is temporary, and if handled properly, they can even be life-changing. Our goal is to help you turn your breakup into the event that changes your life for the better. After all, you are a Superfox.
It's past 2 a.m. You're on your 3rd glass of wine. You're wearing his sweater because it still smells like him. And quite frankly, he never really smelled that great. But I'm going to give it to you because I've been there. I've been the saddest girl in the world, with a mangled heart and the certainty that getting over him was impossible. I've been the girl so in love with a person and capable of giving me what I needed out of a relationship that I not only married him, but gladly gave away every last shred of my self-esteem to keep him. I've been the girl who not only suffers through an unhealthy, demoralizing relationship, but then goes back to it in hopes that time spent apart has inspired him to love me enough to change, or even try. And guess what? It didn't. I've been consumed with despair, confusion, anger, truly devastated by the end of a relationship that I thought was going to last forever. I've cried into glass after glass of Pinot Grigio, smoked packs of cigarettes, lost my appetite, my ability to sleep, and my ability to function. I've obsessed, rebounded, been pissed, sought professional help, leaned on my friends, moved across the country, got dogs, made new friends, shopped excessively, and even had other boyfriends that did love me, despite the fact that I was still so hung up on the past that I was completely incapable of giving them what they needed from me. Truth be told, I rode that horse long after it had up and died and married someone else. On the outside, I wore the illusion that I was over it, and that the end of the marriage was best for us both. But that charade was all smoke and mirrors and empty words. Being broken-hearted is like having broken ribs. On the outside, it looks like nothing's wrong, but every breath hurts. Let's just say my ribs were broken for a long time. Now, it may surprise you to hear that in all other areas of my life, I was confident and successful. It's true. I had a kick-ass job, made good money, had lots of friends, a great apartment, cool clothes, excellent taste in music, etc. But for whatever reason, getting over this guy took forever. He was my kryptonite. And like Superman, I was powerless in his wake. But if you've seen the movies, you know that Superman always figures out a way to overcome kryptonite. And thankfully, I did too. Now, defeating kryptonite and getting over a broken heart is incredibly tough. It's also wildly empowering. But the even bigger victory is finally living your own life again without the constant presence of heartache. That's the goal, and we're here to help you get there. I've stood where you're standing now, broken to the point that I couldn't get past the idea that my life wasn't turning out the way I had planned. But guess what? Once I got through it and started living my life differently, making better decisions and demanding more from myself and for myself, I got a windfall that I never imagined. Today my life is even better than I ever dreamed or planned. I have a husband whom I adore and whose love and devotion for me blows my mind every day. I have 2 beautiful daughters who are the funniest, most delightful people I've ever had the joy of knowing, and I have the very best friends and family in the world who I am grateful for every day. I would have missed it all if I'd wasted my life trailing after my ex and staying stuck in my grief. It's like my granny always said, even with all the mayonnaise in the world, you can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Feel free to apply that wisdom to your bad relationship.
So how is it that a Superfox like you finds herself holding the winning ticket in the pain lottery? A seemingly endless jackpot of sorrow that you won't be splitting with anyone else. That doesn't mean you're alone. In fact, as our stories show, everyone goes through it. But here's the thing you need to know right now. You are going to get through this. And like every lottery winner, you can either take it in one lump sum and figure out what you're going to do with it, or you can spread it out in yearly installments and really make it last. We prefer option 1. Sure, it's less pain than if you drag it out for years, but if you take it all now, you get to decide what you're going to do with it. How to invest it, spend it, roll around in it, or get rid of it. Breakups are among the most excruciating things that can happen to a person invited to the concert called life. We acknowledge this and in no way want to belittle your heartbreak. But we've purposefully made the tone of this audiobook humorous in an effort to distract you from the very real and overwhelming feelings that you're having. We intend to give you genuine advice and practical suggestions for not only dealing with this insufferable situation, but also redecorating your living room. What? You ask? Believe it or not, it's all part of the process. If you're listening to our audiobook right now, it's probably because you've been dumped, you're brokenhearted, you're still stuck on your ex, or even all of the above. Perhaps you were the dumper and are having second thoughts. Whether you delivered or received the "it's not you, it's me" speech, as hard as it is to hear right now, your relationship wasn't a match. We know you wanted it to be, and are hoping that this isn't real. That he or she will be knocking down your door tomorrow begging to be taken back, and that all your pain and heartache will be erased. You want us to tell you that people can change, but the truth of the matter is, it's called a breakup because it's broken. Even if you can't see it right now, if you've just broken up, at least one person in your relationship knows it deep down. If he ended it, that means he doesn't want to try and fix it regardless of who smashed it to pieces in the first place.
Who are you to give me advice, you shout? Why should I listen to you guys or even listen any further for that matter? Here's who we are. We're two people who have both experienced truly self-esteem-crushing, spirit-breaking, gut-wrenchingly painful breakups of which we were on the receiving end. Those breakups led to what we like to think of as our happy marriage. Don't worry, you won't be hearing about our marriage every 10 minutes. There's nothing worse than self-satisfied married people telling you how it is. We just think it's significant that our worst experiences led to what we ultimately think of as our best. Enough said? This audiobook is different from He's Just Not That Into You. That book was designed specifically to help you figure out when your relationship was going nowhere or whether your boyfriend was, well, into you. But we know that even when you realize he's just not that into you, the hardest part can still be getting up the courage to end the relationship and move on. Breaking up is scary, painful, disruptive, and traumatic, even if you know on some level that it's the right thing to do. So it's called a breakup because it's broken is designed to help you not only get out of an unsatisfying relationship, but also get over it so that you can be ready for better things in life that are coming your way. At the end of the day, it's about whether you like yourself enough to face the reality that your romance wasn't working, to recognize that it wasn't giving you what you needed and deserved, and to pull yourself out of the dumps and seize the opportunity before you. Because as messed up as everything seems right now, this could be the single best thing that's ever happened to you.
Part 1. The breakup. Or how the hell did a kick-ass lady like myself end up in this agonizing nightmare? Section 1. It's called a breakup because it's broken. Ah! It hurts. It's rocking the very core of your being. You never saw it coming. You knew this was going to happen. You were going to do it first. You only broke it off with him before he broke it off with you. You guys were supposed to be together forever. You never liked him that much anyway. He was such a great kisser. The sex wasn't that great. You really liked his family. He hated your friends. You hated his shoes. You miss him so much. There's no doubt about it. Breakups suck. In the first few hours or days or weeks of your breakup, there's one all-important truth that you need to recognize. Some things can't and shouldn't be fixed, especially that loser who dumped you or forced you to dump him. It's over for a reason, and even if you're in denial about it, deep down inside you probably know what that reason is. Even if you feel baffled by his decision to end it, it boils down to the same thing every time. Your relationship, despite its promise, has ceased to be right for one or both of you. It is, in effect, broken. That doesn't make the breakup any easier to handle or change the overwhelming nature of the sadness that you feel. But that sadness, in turn, doesn't make it less broken. If you've reached this point where one or both of you feel that walking away is the best course of action, the cracks are there. And starting today, you're not the kind of woman that settles for broken or hangs on to damaged goods.